Today at Manchester Theatres, I am here with Charley Webb, who is touring the UK in the show Quiz. It is coming to the Lowry from the 24th of October, and of course is all about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and that infamous episode with the coughing. Now, of course, we all know Charley from playing the feisty character Debbie Dingle in Emmerdale, where she was there for almost 20 years, which is absolutely impressive. I can barely stick to anything for 20 minutes. Obviously, prior to that, Charley, we could find Charley as a mere 8-year-old on the stage in Manchester in Bugsy Malone. Obviously, from there, went on to join Emmerdale at just aged 14 and has since gone on to do television shows such as The Long Shadow and Better. But we are very, very thrilled to be welcoming you back home to do Quiz. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to get to Manchester. I can't even tell you.
I know, it's so exciting to have you back. I knew you were local, but I've found out just how local to obviously where you went to high school. I live in Bury, so I know very, very well where you were. But yeah, tell us all about Quiz. Tell us, just refresh everyone's memory about what happened and what the play is about.
Yeah, so basically it is about the coughing scandal. The couple, Diana and Charles, went on to win £1 million, and they never got it because they decided that they cheated by coughing their way, by listening to coughs on certain questions and getting the correct answer. It sounds crazy when you say it out loud, because actually just you think, really, could that have been a thing? But that's what the play's about. So the first half is basically showing you what happened, how they were found guilty, like what the show. So you see like Chris Tarrant, the questions, all of that stuff. And then the second half is about trying to convince you or trying to sway you to a not guilty decision, I think. It's interesting. I mean, I don't feel like the coughing thing is how it happened. I can't, it just doesn't make sense. And when you watch the play, I think you'll understand what I mean. There's so many facts in there. There's so many different things that they talk about, and the defense team, like as to why it can't have been the coughing, etc. So it is the most interesting story. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I'm so obsessed. I just want to know if they did it. But it's just a really fun show. It's interactive. You get to vote in it. Yeah, it's really, really fun. Like, I would love to go and watch this at the theatre. Like, I keep feeling like it would be great just to like say, can I just have the night off so that I can just come and watch it? So yeah, I think it's a really enjoyable show. The audiences love it, and genuinely do love it. Like, I think sometimes you go to the theatre and you think, oh yeah, it was okay, but this is like, it's such an exciting show. I've never seen anything like it before.
But it's a brilliant crossover, isn't it, between television meets theatre and how they can come together. But also, like you say, the things that maybe are facts that we think are fact, and then the things that we don't know. So you've got this creative leeway at the same time, haven't you?
Absolutely. There's so much in there. I learned so much, obviously, about the case, like reading the script and stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that, people don't know, I guess. So yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
And you're playing Diana Ingram, aren't you? So tell us about her and her involvement in this.
So she was married to Charles, who was accused of cheating. And she's an absolute quiz fanatic, like just loves quizzes. Her whole life, I think, revolved around quizzes. And there is one moment where she coughs on a question to give him the answer. Or that was what it was suspected. But I don't know that's the only one thing that she did. So I don't think, I mean, if it was the coughing, she wasn't really involved with it, apart from them, when you could argue that, she coughed. But, you sat in a studio for all those hours. I mean, can you imagine how many coughs there actually were in that time?
Especially now. Can you imagine doing it during COVID?
Oh, I mean, no, you couldn't, could you? But, like there was just so many. Like, I almost find it a little bit funny that they got found guilty from coughing, like from listening to coughs, because I just don't think it could possibly be that.
So has it been, because it's a real life person that you're playing then, has it been I mean, is it kind of overwhelming trying to research that character? Because you've got obviously normally when you're playing fictional characters, that's yours to do something with, but you've got a real life person here.
Yeah, you have, but I haven't based it like on, on Diana Ingram. Like I'm not trying to, do an impression of her. Like that would, leaving that to Rory to do Tarrant. But, of course there's elements of her that you look at, and I've watched videos and all of that sort of stuff. But I really wanted to create my own character, because it's not like she's she's not like world famous. And I don't think we need to see exactly the mannerisms of Diana Ingram. Like, it's not really about that. So I did, I've had a lot of leeway to create what I wanted to create, and I have done that. But yeah, I mean, obviously I researched her, and, the accent, we were doing RP accent and all of that sort of stuff, but it's not based on that, that person.
Yeah, that's just the starting point. So we've got Quiz, which is based on a book that was written, but then from Quiz they made the TV drama of it, and then we've got the actual episode as well that you can watch. I mean, has it been kind of overwhelming? Like you've just said, at some point have you had to kind of go, okay, that's all there, that's great, but this is the script that we're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, when I read the script, it's a James Graham script, who's just like the most amazing writer. And I sort of thought to myself, okay, it's a standalone thing because it's very different to anything else, which you'll see when you watch the show. It's not, I watched the drama years ago and I absolutely loved it, but I didn't go back and rewatch it. It's not the same thing, and it doesn't need to be. And of course, TV and theatre are so different. But just reading the script, like when I read it, I thought, oh, this is going to be so good. Like it's just written amazingly.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like you say, it's like nothing. You've already said, but it's like nothing that's out there. I've not seen it yet, but from what I'm reading and what I'm hearing, it's going to be exciting. And of course, it's a big change for you as well, because is this your first stage, big professional kind of, obviously having done television for so long. So how are you finding the difference between the two?
Yeah, it's so different. Honestly, it couldn't be more different. I mean, the rehearsal process was so fun. Like just getting to really, get a script and just really pull it apart and like get to the nitty gritty of what everything means, and all that sort of stuff. So that was really good for me, because obviously TV is so fast. Like everything in TV is really fast. Even drama, it's just a lot quicker. So you don't have the time to really think about the script as much as you'd probably like to. So yeah, it is so different. And of course, I'm used to being on a TV set with a camera very close and a boom, and you keep your movements very small, everything's so natural, whereas on stage it's the complete opposite. It's just so opposite. So you've got to like really like throw yourself into it, and I did really find that hard at first. I just thought, oh god, this feels so big.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to being little. So that was quite a lot to that was a lot to sort of get used to. But I had to, like, the two directors, Sean and Daniel, were just amazing and just so brilliant with me from day one, and we really worked on it. And I had an amazing voice coach and just sort of threw myself into it, really. I think I've properly thrown myself in the deep end. When it comes to like going off and doing something new, like, it probably couldn't be more of a challenge.
And of course, you're also, obviously, you've gone from big dramas to working with two absolute iconic comedians, like you, others as well, but obviously you've got Rory Bremner, who's a brilliant comedian, impressionist. You've got Mark Benton. I mean, are you getting anything done? Are you just laughing the whole time?
I know. Honestly, like, Mark gets me every single night. At some point, like, it's so difficult because he is just so funny in the show. He's so funny and he's so naughty as well. But yeah, he's amazing. And Rory does just the most incredible impression of Chris Tarrant. He's absolutely brilliant and the nicest guy. Like, we were so lucky, actually, because the whole cast and the crew and the team have just been amazing, and everyone gets on so well, which sounds really cliche, but everyone's like proper family. It's amazing. Like, touring and sort of doing theatre and getting to know people very quickly, you get very close very fast.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it's been fun. But those two particularly, Mark in particular, he's naughty.
So tell us a little bit more then about the way that the audience works, because from what you've said, I'm guessing there's like kind of no fourth wall there, and we are almost the audience for the show. Is that right?
So the audience it's almost like the audience are the studio audience, and they're also the jury. So the audience play a role throughout the whole show, and obviously they vote. You get your little like thing that you put around your neck to vote. There's no fourth wall as such. I mean, I guess like it's the fourth wall really comes down at some point, but the audience are massively involved. I don't want to give too much away, but the audience are hugely involved with it.
I love it. And so, we've said you're coming back home to Greater Manchester. So have you got everybody kind of that you've ever known coming along to watch you? Are you going to get such a welcome, honestly?
I can't, honestly, like so many of my friends are coming to Manchester. I can't wait. It's going to be the best week. I've been most excited about this week. And I think just being in Manchester, the audiences are always great. Everyone gets involved. Like, it really makes such a difference when the audience are involved, and they're enjoying it. We've had some brilliant audiences, to be fair. But I think coming back to Manchester will be really special for me.
Has there been any kind of surprises along the way for you with this show, whether it be an audience reaction or something that you just work, like the touring element of it or anything like that?
I think sort of being away and moving around has been a challenge for me. I'm used to sort of being at home, or like when I'm filming, more just in one place. So sort of going around has been difficult, but we're going to amazing theatres. So when you get there and you get settled, it's fine. It's just the sort of leaving again on the Monday night, because I've been going home each weekend now. So since I've left London, when I was in London, I was rehearsing. It was really intense, and I spent, I only went home once because it was just like there was so much work to be done. But now that we're sort of moving around, I can get home most weekends. There's a couple of times that I won't because we're a little bit far. But it's been a challenge, just something different. And I have enjoyed it. I think I'm getting more used to it as the time goes on.
So is there anything else that we need to know before coming along to watch Quiz? Or is it just a case of turn up with an open mind and be prepared to maybe change your mind?
I think so. I think just be prepared to sort of, there's nothing that you really need to know before you come. I think just being completely open-minded to it is the most important thing, because I think when you watch it, and there are moments where there's so much comedy in it. There's so many funny points, and which people aren't expecting. Actually, I think people think they're coming to this really serious show, and actually there's loads of comedy in there. I think, but there are moments where you really need to listen, I would say, because you don't want to miss certain key bits of information. But I think just coming completely open-minded, and you might change your mind, you might not, and that's just how you have to watch it.
What happens if someone in the audience naturally coughs? Does that throw off?
No, I mean last night actually somebody did cough, like at the point where there was meant to cough on stage, so it was quite funny. But I mean, people cough all the time. Like when you're in the theatre, you think, God, everyone's got a cough. Like, you hear so much, and that's why it's so interesting that they decided that they cheated from coughing, when actually, I mean, God, there's a moment in the show when it'll tell you how many coughs actually happened on there, that evening. So that has happened in the audience.
Thank you so much for your time, Charlie. We really appreciate it, because I know you've got so much going on. And you've told me new things about the show that I didn't know. So I'm even more excited to come and watch it now. You can catch it at the Lowry from the 24th of October. So come along and enjoy. Bring a friend, as they say in the show. Phone a friend.
I can't wait to get to Manchester and meet everyone and see all the audiences.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. And we will see you very, very soon. All the best.
See you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, look who's back. It's me, Chris Tarrant, here to invite you into the hot seat.
You've just won £1 million! You are one of the most amazing contestants I've ever had on the show! The rollover contestant from last night. We think he's cheating.
They beat the producers, and the producers can't handle that, so here we are.
On the charge of deception, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
It's a 50-50. Guilty?
or not guilty?
The decision is yours.
Innocent or guilty? You decide.